Oh, I'm sorry. Dang, I forgot I was live. Man, I forget. I didn't know. I went live here. Anyways, I know I just got off a live, but I get off a live and I'm looking at cannabis news. And hello, Vanessa Mendoza. Appreciate you being here. Vanessa. I get off I need to chat. Pop the chat out. Jay Good, what up, Mike? I get off my live and I look at the news and what do I see, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to show you what I see. I see this here. Marlboro owner Altria invests 1.8 billion with a B, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't talking about peanuts, millions. 1.8 billion with a B. They invest $1 million in the Canadian cannabis company Cronos. 1.8 billion. Okay. It's been a while since I've done the cannabis news segment, so I figured I'd start off with this big. This ain't even gonna be a segment. I'm not gonna dive deep into too many stories outside of this. I just wanted to post this video. Are you serious? Jay Good, we smoking Subaru fan. What up, man? Michael Jordan, welcome back. Angel Studios Gaming. What up, Hog? Appreciate you being back. Yes, Marlboro's owner, Altria. Altria owns Marlboro and amongst a few other name brand tobacco companies out there. Altria is the parent company, pretty much. They just invested $1.8 billion in the cannabis company Cronos in Canada. I'm curious to know if there's any Canadians. Is there any Canadians in the house at the moment, at the current moment? Because if there are, I'm curious to know if any of you guys are familiar with any of the current products that are produced by Cronos. And yeah, if you guys have any information about it, let me know what you think about it in the chat room. If you're watching this video at a later time, shoot, let me know in the comment section what you think about Cronos. What do you think about Altria, the parent company of the many large tobacco companies, such as Marlboro, brands, tobacco brands, should I say. That's all this is brands. We're buying brands. Power of media, power of advertising. Marlboro, $1.8 billion. Cronos. Look at this. Cannabis firm Cronos soars 21% on the stock market, I would imagine. So if you had Cronos as a stock in your portfolio, if you follow cannabis stocks and you didn't know about this, maybe your portfolio has had a slight bump overnight. So you might want to check it out. It's crazy. What is Cronos? Vanessa Mendoza says. Cronos is, okay. Dun, dun, dun. It's a cannabis company in Canada. I don't know, maybe it'll pop up, maybe it won't. Cronos Group, cultivating cannabis cigarettes, marijuana cigarettes. I guess they make marijuana cigarettes. I need to be 18 or older. You guys gonna ask me or what? You're not even gonna ask me? That's weird, but okay. There goes their stockholders. Stockholders. You gotta make money for those stockholders. What do you guys do? You're a geographically diversified and vertically integrated cannabis group that operates within Health Canada's access to cannabis for medical purposes, regulations, and distributes globally. So, talented team: Michael Gorenstein, David Sue, William Hilson. I don't know who any of these people are, but pretty sure if you're in Canada, just might. Peace Naturals, medical cannabis. I guess if you ever smoked any Peace Naturals, medical cannabis in Canada, Tater in the building, what up? Hey girl, hey. Alyssa Paris Rock fam in the building. They also, Original BC, they own 100% of Original BC. Company that has a license to cultivate and sell cannabis. They grow in I don't know if that says Okanagan Valley, British Columbia. WMMC. Cultivate cannabis oil. They can make cannabis oils. Anyways, Kronos Group in Ontario. Toronto, Ontario. Whoever they are, they just got a $1.8 billion investment from Marlboro's parent company, Altria. That's amazing to me. Anyways, for you guys that follow any type of cannabis news out there in the world, I thought this was amazing. 24% stock increase. I just say $2.4 million bet. This is in Canada. This is 1.8. This is 2.4. I don't know which number is correct. Maybe we have to do a little bit more research. But it's amazing. Here it comes, guys. This is big tobacco getting into big cannabis. It's right here, guys. Michael Jordan, Ed OG, have 8, blah, 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 blah. I still have yet to get up and get anything to drink from in my last live. Candy Wallace says, interesting. I know, right, girl? The story begins. Cheers. Happy Lux from Vegas, my friend. Appreciate you joining from Luxembourg. I hope you hit that subscribe button. I've seen you in here a couple of times. Appreciate you being here. Candy. Whether it's 1.8 billion. Let me go over here. This is CBC Canada. Altria takes 45% stake in Canadian cannabis provider. Yeah. No close. I don't want to hear that about y'all fucking cookies. I delete my shits. Marlboro cigarette maker Altria is diving into cannabis. Canadian cannabis. This ain't $2.4 billion. Maybe they decided to drop it down to 1.8. I don't know. This is from Canada, though. Or maybe they gave him 1 point. Wait a minute. Marlboro maker Altria will invest 2.4 in Canadian cannabis producer Kronos, marking a major foray by Big Tobacco into the pot sector. Pot, cannabis. You just called it cannabis right here, and now you want to call it pot. I don't understand you flip-flopping, weed calling cannabis. I wish you editors and janitors and all that stuff. I know they do that because it's called all these things around the world, but I think it's called all these things around the world because you guys call it all this different stuff in these writings. The Virginia-based parent company is the company behind Marlboro, Parliament, and other cigarette brands. Parliament. If you smoke Parlementes or Marlboros, Altria is the cigarette maker that owns. It's the parent company. Anyways, y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. They will acquire 45% ownership stake in the initial investment and announced Friday. Altria can also invest up to 1.4 billion within 4 years. That would increase its ownership in the Toronto-based pop producer to 55% under the arrangement. So they would own the majority of the company, Aurora Cannabis, to supply. Let me check my portfolio because I think I got some of these damn companies within my cannabis portfolio. Maybe something went skyrocketed. I can go buy me a house or some shit. I don't know. I'm just playing, guys. I'm just playing. But I'm serious. Let's sign in. Let's sign in. What did I just do, man? What did I just do? Everything looks kosher over here, man. Everything. You know, it is funny because I own 10 shares of Chronos Cannabis Group. It's curious. It's a curious thing. It's wow. It's only 10 shares. But the stock has been up 21% today. That's crazy. That's crazy. I still can't go buy no damn house, though. Oh, I wish I would have bought some more shares, but I didn't know. I sure didn't know. It's crazy. Everybody else say $1.8 million. Why is the Canadian paper higher than whatever? Anyways. Ooh. I'm not trying to give any type of advice to anybody out there as far as investments. I can't tell you what company to invest in, but if you have some money laying around, or you ever thought about investing in the stock market? Just stories like this right here that I read a long time ago would literally this is what kind of got me interested into investing in cannabis stocks. I don't own a lot. I mean, I don't have a lot of money, but instead of spending $20 on a machine out here gambling or something or whatever, you know, or buying a fresh brand new t-shirt or something, I try to invest it there once in a while. Put it away. Instead of buying some Jordans, I just buy a share of Nike. Like, why? I don't know. Anyways, short story long. This tripped me out. And I really do think that it's like the beginning of much more to come because there's only really, I think there's like 5 or 6 major tobacco companies out there. Or I don't want to say tobacco companies, tobacco like parent companies. Like Altria owns Marlboro, Parliament cigarettes, like those brands of cigarettes. There's other places, other companies, but there's only like 3 or 4 of them because they're buying all the companies that the cigarette brands and names and all that other stuff. You should buy shares in none of them. So yes, sir. Texas OG. I appreciate it, man. So let me go back. Is that right here? Okay. This was on. This is the Canadian news, CBC. Yes, they say 2.4, with another 1.4 possible within the next 4 years. So what's that? $3.8 billion. A possible $3.5 billion investment within the next 5 years, with over 55% ownership. It says this Canadian website. Excuse me. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Go back. The Street. I think this is an investment website with. Yeah, this is a. What are them there? They things called. It's like a financial website, financial / investment, banking, and all that good stuff. Anyways, cannabis for $1.8 billion investment from Marlboro maker Altria. Come on, you're gonna take forever to load or what? Because it's funny. What is CBD? New Age Beverage Company. So Chronos. By the way, if you're interested, I don't know. I mean, you could always Google the name, but if you have a stock app, you can always Google that ticker. The ticker. And yeah, you can check out Texas OG. What up, man? Check out the stock. Right now, probably wouldn't be a good time to get in because it's high. But who knows if it's going to go higher or not. I don't know. Most cannabis stocks are up or down, but if Altria has started to invest in cannabis, it would almost lead me to believe that most of the stronger companies out there that have been in the cannabis industry for a while are going to start getting bought up slowly but surely by all the rest of your top cannabis. Let me see. Let's go back home. Because I mentioned it earlier. I should have had it. I should have had that information. Top. Ow. Let's say brands, dude. I meant companies. Marasaka. So yes. I've never even heard of Japan tobacco, but these pretty much 4 cigarette makers right here are like the top tobacco companies. You have Philip Morris, Altria, whose ticker on the New York Stock Exchange, by the way, is MO. I don't know why it's MO. It's some of the weirdest shit in the world. Like your company's name is Altria. Your stock ticker name is MO. Is that short for money? All the money you guys been raking in over the years. Anyways, you also have British American Tobacco and Reynolds, which used to be R.J. Reynolds and something else. They're now Reynolds America. But it's funny how, where's Philip Morris's financial information at? It's missing. It's crazy. R.J. Reynolds made $89 billion. Wait, no, it's a company worth $89 billion. British American Tobacco, $129 billion, $139 billion, Altria. And they just invested almost $5 billion, so you can knock that down to like 130, maybe 134, somewhere around there. Anyways, it's crazy. Yeah, Philip Morris didn't say how, they ain't trying to say how much they making. They ain't trying to say how much these making. So the number 2 cannabis, I mean not cannabis, the number 2 the number 2 tobacco maker company in the world. Well, I don't know about in the world. Maybe this is just in the US. This could be just in the US. But this might be in the world. Should I put in the world up there? I'm going to take this just as for in the US because, yeah, we over here right now. But number 2 in the US, at least, just invested in cannabis. How long do you guys think it's going to take these guys and all of these guys? Maybe not these guys because that's in Japan. Not too sure. Even though cannabis used to be celebrated in the in the Chinese, not celebrated. It used to be used in the ancient Chinese, Asian culture in general. So, I don't know. It's just a message. Message! Now let's get back over here. What we was talking about? 1.8 billion. This is an additional 1.05 billion in exchange for a 10% increase. So I'm seeing conflicting numbers within the news, which doesn't surprise me because why would they really tell you how much their stuff is? Following the news of the deal Friday, Kronos shares rose 21.7% to close at $12.72, although Altria fell 0.04%. I'm sorry, not 0.04%. 0.4% to $54.18 a share, which isn't surprising. Anyways, that's assuming those numbers are correct. Some of these numbers are kind of like, what? This is from ABC. Damn, why do I keep clicking that button? Go back, dude. I want to open it up in a new tab, buddy, so I can come back. This is ABC News at 7. I mean, not 7. ABC News 7 from Chicago. I want to skip the ad, dude. I want to see your ad. They say 1.8 billion. 45, 50%, 55, including agreements award required. Where's, see, this doesn't say how much over the next 4 years. 55%. That would mean Altria's investment would be in the same league at the $4.4 billion spent earlier this year by Constellation Group. Constellation Brands. Constellation Brands bought Cannabis. The Constellation Brands is a beverage maker, if I'm not mistaken. And they just brought $4 billion they invested in Cannabis, which is another cannabis, I believe, producer. And yes, Constellation Brands makes beers, wines, and spirits. Is this yet another? This is the alcohol website that I didn't even have to verify my age. Come on, man. I'm already at the bottom or what? Can I go down some more? Why you don't want to tell me what brands you make? I think they own Heineken. Where's your products at? Featured beers. These are the beers the Constellation brand has in its lineup. So if you like Coronas, yay! Happy Cinco de Mayo. I'm just playing. They ain't Cinco de Mayo. And most Hispanics don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo anyway. If you like Coronas, Cervezas, Modelos, and Pacifico. Those are the beers within their lineups, man. I'm pretty sure they own a little bit more. They probably own some more. So if you drink any of these beverages, Cervezas, Modelo Negros. What'd you say? Modelo Negros. Negros? I don't know how to say that word. Negra. You know what? I could have sworn in the Spanish dictionary, not the Spanish dictionary, but the Spanish language in general. When you end something with an O, it's usually associated with a male. And when you end something with an A, it's usually associated with a female. I could be wrong. To all my Hispanic people, all my Spanish people in the chat room, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I'm lost. I don't know what that means. What does that mean in Spanish? Modelo Negra. Anyways, if you drink any of these cervezas right here, they're from the Constellation brands. So this company right here invested $4 billion that we have spent with them over the last years, making their pockets fat. They just invested in cannabis not too long ago, earlier this year, man. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen in the chat room? Where'd that thing go? I want to see where the shit. Can I search your brands and shit again? Let's go. Brands. Our brands. Black Box. Cabernet Sauvignon. Sauvignon. Black Box Wines. That make Svedka, which is a vodka drink. You drink that Svedka, Coronas, Kim Crawford's. I don't even know what that is, but okay, so we went through the beer. Let's go through the wine. They make these, well, they don't make these wines, but they own all these wines. I can't see half the names on them, but if you drink one of those wines, you recognize that bottle. The company that makes your favorite wine is invested in the cannabis field, so it's crazy. Be on the lookout. That means we're going to be having some cannabis wines here in the future. I mean, I know they're already out there, but that's just more likely that they will hit the shelves. I think it's a good thing. Ironically, I think it's a good thing that big tobacco is kind of investing in cannabis. And I'm going to tell you why. Some of y'all, I might have lost y'all. You'll be like, wait a minute. Mr. Sparkslot, how do you figure that's going to happen? Okay, look. Big tobacco has been lobbying against cannabis for a long time, okay? Because they've been making money. Either way it goes, all right? Now that they invest money, they have money at stake. They have shareholders that they have to please. So when it comes time to vote in these cities where cannabis is already illegal, they're going to have money to throw at lobbyists and lawmakers and all that other stuff to get these laws passed, like they've been doing to go against it for the longest. So when beverage companies start throwing money into this stuff, and they have billions, as you can see, you see that billions. You give a couple of lawmakers a couple million, couple 100,000, shit. Some of them you might not even have to give them that much, a couple tens, thousands of dollars to vote in your way. At the end of the day, I'm telling you, it's going to begin. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Constellation Brands. Anyways, where were we at? Were we way over here? This is from Chicago. Chicago was talking about it. So they say there's that this was $4 billion investment by Constellation Brands. The Chicago paper really don't say how much more is going to be invested with this, but this says 1.4, 1.8. So it seems like the numbers are kind of maybe a little bit deceiving, but to me, I think this marks yet another milestone in cannabis history. So you guys and gals out there should check it out if you're interested. And I wanted to show you guys, some of you guys might not know this, some of you guys might, I don't even know. If you go over here to your Google, little menu app, pop box out, thingamabopper, you scroll down, you go down here to news, see this right here, news? You go hit that on news right there. Then you can come over here and you can just hit like cannabis. Cannabis. I already have it saved myself. But boom, all the cannabis, it'll show up a whole bunch of cannabis news. So you can save this as you see I have it saved. And that'll kind of pop up. It'll keep track of news stories and whatnot related to cannabis. Now you could put weed or marijuana or ganja or all that other stuff in here. So any types of words, you know, if you want to follow up on CBD and its venture throughout the world at the present time, you can type in CBD. And then bam, CBD business is budding across, I don't know where WNC is. North Carolina, maybe? I don't know. But Kentucky racehorse tested positive for CBD and regulators aren't happy. Why? Do you guys think it's like a steroid for the drugs? Oh my gosh, I gotta go read this shit. I'm sorry. I didn't even know about this. Do you see the craziness? The craziness. Please don't be no. This is from, what does that say? The Lexington Herald. Cannabidiol. It's produced by hemp. CBD or hemp oil is one of the hottest health supplements around, but it's prohibited. It's prohibited for racehorses. Where is this at? I want to see where this is written within the laws and regulations and all that other good stuff. These are the rules and regulations. Kentucky Racing Regulator said on Friday that a testing lab is reported finding cannabidiol in a horse's drug test. You guys know what CBD is out there. If you don't, Google it. CBD is a big problem for a racehorse, said Dr. Mary Scolay. I don't know this lady's name. Anyway, she says the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission. Oh, that's their medical director. Pretty much. It is prohibited substance. It's a prohibited substance. There's no scientific evidence for uses in horses. Excuse me, lady. You don't think horses eat this shit while they're out in the wild? If it's grown in the wild, horses is probably fucking up hemp plants in fields across the world right now. Okay? If there's some hemp plants or even some cannabis plants, shit. Do I need to go Google how many plants? I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to take this time out right now. Look. We done talked about tobacco companies and freaking beverage companies, cannabis, and this is some shit people probably don't even take the time to Google at the end of the day. Not animal cookies, you silly mother sucker, you. I just want to see images. We're going to take time, and I don't own any of these images. So, look, this is somebody's cat. It reminds me of Pacololo. Not Pacololo, but Pacololo's cat. Eating up on his nugs and shit. Cat hurts. Anyways, shout out to Pacololo. Look at this. I bet this deer getting ready to tear up that bed. I mean, that bud, not that bed. I'm tripping. Harambe now has its own cannabis strain. Uh-oh. It makes me scared. I'm just playing. Look, I don't know if them is deers or cows, but they eating up cannabis plants. And it might even be hemp. I don't know. It's one of the two. This dog is messed up. It's canine. Killer canine. And he's baked. That might be photocrop. Look at this hummingbird. Trying to get the nectar. Trying to get the THC cannabis crystals. Cannabis trichomes. Wants to get it off the bud. Look at the pug. He's like, all I want for Christmas is the nugs right there. It's a billy goat. That might be a yak. No, it's not a yak. It's a goat. For real. Look at the dog and the cat. They like, Okay. Got another cat. All these cats right here. With the cannabis. Come on, man. That's a cow eating up the cannabis. Cows eating hemp for organic beef. Come on, man. That shit just looks delicious. This little field mouse eating. I don't know what that is. Maybe he's eating a seed off of germinated cannabis plants. Another hummingbird picture. Oh, yes. This guy. I mean, there's more people out there that do it, I assume, but there are people out there that have cannabis around their bee population. And those bees make honey after chomping down on whatever it is that they suck out the cannabis plants. And I would imagine that honey is quite some lovely stuff. Indeed. Let me see, what else? Rabbits eating the ganja leaves. A little froggy. I don't know. Anyways, I can tell you firsthand. I do conventions out here in my city. We have plenty of pet conventions. And there's all types of damn cannabis pet projects. So I don't know why y'all won't let this horse eat him some ganja plants. Set specific penalties for CBD as well as THC, psychoactive substance, and marijuana, and cardarine sold on the black market as endurable, whatever that word is. I don't feel like pronouncing stupid medical name words right. Endurable. The hell? Cardarine, David Carradine, cardarine. Sold on the black market is endurable. Is that slang for endurable for real? Like endurable, durable. I know that's not how you spell endurable. But wow, maybe that's why they call it that shit on the black market. Anyways, if a freaking horse trainer can give his horse some goddamn cannabis plants, what is happening in the world of racing out there in, I don't even know where this is, Kentucky? Yep, Kentucky. Whoa, a Kentucky racehorse tested positive for CBD and regulators aren't happy. Anyways, I think that's ridiculous. Yeah, could you please close that player? Close player. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't mean to take up too much of y'all time. This is just a very short video, but as I mentioned earlier, get over to your Google Google News tab right there. Bing! And type in a couple words related to cannabis. And save that stuff. Okay, come over here and save it. You can read all types of news about that related item. You can stay up to date on it. Is CBD oil illegal? State by state, future legality. I mean, if the Fed's saying nothing wrong with it, why is this even an issue? What is it like taking a bath with the CBD bath bomb? The Mary Sue Show. I don't know if any of you guys follow Mary Sue. Anyways, I think I'm gonna get up out of here. What does that say? Chill out with minor figures. CBD post coffee drops. So you take it before your coffee, or you just, you know what? I've put cannabis, coconut oil, cannabis infused coconut oil in my coffee and just stirred it up and drank that stuff. And oh my gosh, such an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling inside. And you feel all warm and stuff inside. 14 TBD products that make great holiday gifts for your self-care obsessed friend. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the shortest episode of Cannabis News I've ever done. It's not even really a Cannabis News episode. I'm just letting you guys know to wake up because animals love it, as you can see. Just Google it. And big companies are getting into the cannabis. Big companies are getting into the cannabis. What does that mean for the markets? What does that mean for the medical patients? What does that mean for the growers out there? Who knows? If you got a question or a comment, leave it down below. I could tell you my thoughts on that, but that would be a whole nother episode. Maybe we should do that in the future. Maybe tomorrow or the day after. I don't know. But thank you everybody for coming by. Look, it's not a surprise. It says Forbes magazine today. It's not a freaking surprise. California regulators approve cannabis deliveries statewide. So if you're in Cali, look, I don't want to do this. I swear I had some stock in this company, but I might be wrong. Maybe it's on my, I don't know, I'm going to have to look. Aurora Cannabis to supply medical pot to Mexico. The cannabis company is going to supply pots. Not cannabis, but they're going to supply pots to Mexico. You don't think Mexico has enough pots? I'm sure they make all types of cast iron pots, the little pots you make the tortillas in and everything. Man, they got all their pots they need. Mexico's got all the cannabis they need too. I don't know why. Anyways, yes. Molly. Oh, that should say moldy weed. I thought that said Molly weed. I was going to say they put Molly on weed now. What the hell? Oh, that's messed up. If you live in Maryland, they have approved a ban on cannabis advertising on billboards, radio, TV, and other media. So you can't advertise your business in marijuana. It's messed up. In Maryland, you can't advertise your marijuana business in Maryland via billboard, radio, TV, and other media. Oh my gosh. Why? There's going to be so much stuff happening. I'm so interested. It's going to be so amazing these next couple of years with cannabis in the world. Nevada Green Growth Brands awarded 7 more cannabis licenses for Nevada markets. Wow. 7 more licenses. One company. Green Growth Brands. I wonder how many of these people within this company are minorities, ladies, and things of that nature. Or if it's all just 1%ers. 7 more licenses. This is within my state. It's crazy. Cannabis celebration 4 million in sales could have been much more with the bigger supply. Anyways, guys, I could sit here for days and talk about cannabis news, but I didn't come on here for that right now. I just want to tell you guys it's beginning. It is happening. It's been going on for a while. Don't let everything happen right before your eyes and not be aware of it. That's all I'm saying. You guys know I love you. It's Mr. Sparks a lot. Let me cut my thing off. Tell you guys bye. And you know it's a cannabis news show. I couldn't do a cannabis news show without taking at least a rip after the ting from the bone. It's from the bone. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming by once again. And cheers to you. Cheers, guys. As always, light up, talk up, blaze up, smoke up. If you like your concentrates, get your dab on. If you like your edibles, ooh. Get your snack on. Until we meet again, stay woke, man. Woo.